This is the way.
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 Good morning, everyone. It is June 1st, 2022. Happy June. Hope everyone's doing well out there today. This is going to be not your typical stream. I got some things to say because I discovered something this morning that was truly sickening, despicable, and just downright evil. Honestly, I think it's just like the worst of the worst kind of thing, honestly. And I think at this point my comments are very true. These people are not fans. They are political commentators posing as fake nerds. Now, what am I talking about? Well, let's look at this viral clip that's going on Twitter right now, and let's see what Mr. Jeremy Griggs had to say about good old Ewan McGregor. Now, for the context, folks, if you've not seen it, basically Ewan McGregor came out and basically said, hey, Moses Ingram's getting attacked online. That's not cool. Racism has no place in our world. And let's be better as fans. Very simple statement, very clear cut. There's not much really you can debate about that. It's a very simple, positive message that you would think people could get behind that, right? Especially from your hero Obi-Wan Kenobi, basically telling you, don't be a racist prick. You would think that'd be pretty simple and easy to agree with, but no, of course not. Of course not. Of course, the usual suspects have to act in very despicable ways. So let's see what Mr. Jeremy Griggs is deciding to bring up.
I heard some of them this morning, and it just broke my heart. Moses is a brilliant actor. She's a brilliant woman, and she's absolutely amazing in this series. She brings so much to the series. She brings so much to the franchise. And it just sickened me to my stomach to hear that this had been happening. I just want to say, as the leading actor in the series, as the executive producer on the series, that we stand with Moses. We love Moses. And if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind. There's no place for racism in this world. And I totally stand with
very going out on a limb there, Ewan. Saying racism was bad. I what an announcement.
You know what though? You know what? For once, I am going to agree with Ewan McGregor, because I think it's very important that we call out bad behavior and toxicity. I think it's very important that we call out bad behavior from people like Ewan McGregor that cheated on his wife and running around, with all these little hot numbers. So, hey, be better, Ewan. I agree with Ewan McGregor. Let's call out toxicity. It's always projection from these motherfuckers that want to pretend that they are the moral superiority. They all have something to hide no matter what. They always have something to hide. Go fuck yourself, Ewan McGregor.
Jeremy Griggs, you are a piece of shit. You are such a dirty, rotten piece of human garbage. What does Ewan McGregor's relationship history have to do with the fact that he is calling out racism in the Star Wars fandom? What does that, Jeremy, have to do with anything in regards to the situation? It has nothing to do with that. That is called deflection. And it's a dirty, rotten thing to do. That is going full SJW. That is going into Karen mode. It is despicable. It is dishonest. And to me, this just proves that he's human garbage. Jeremy Griggs is human garbage. I won't hear anything else at this point. That is a despicable, disgusting thing to do. To bring up his past relationship history as some kind of gotcha moment when it has nothing to do with the conversation that we're having whatsoever. He should be ashamed of himself for that. This is what we're talking about here, people. This is why I get so upset. This is why I say what I say on this platform. These are not fans. These are not real nerds. These are political commentators. Okay? These are political commentators posing as fake nerds to infiltrate fandom. That is what they have done. Again, his relationship status has nothing to do with what he said. And to pull out receipts like that, like a full Karen, to do something like that, it's despicable. And Jeremy, you're a piece of shit. Bar none. None else to say on the matter whatsoever. That's the thing. That's the thing too, that boy. Imagine being so triggered. Imagine being so triggered over the simple fact that all he said was, don't be a bully. Don't be a racist. Is there something that these four fools, these four betas, I'll use the word beta because it's fun to use in this case. Is there something that these four men are hiding, perhaps, that they're so angry, deflecting so hard over a simple statement about being better, to not be racist, not bully an actress? Why is it that, in particular, these four men are so triggered by that? Really, really interesting, folks. Really interesting, you know? But you know what? To be fair, let's go back and play the YouTube version. Let's listen to actually what they said on YouTube. Because I'll be fair and pull up what they actually said on YouTube as well, just to be nice and just to give them their just dues. This was yesterday on their Tuesday main event show. So let's actually listen to what they said in the full context. I would love to hear what Ryan Kennel said and Gary, the meth dealer Nerdrotic, said. Am I getting a little mean and personal? Yeah, I am. But you know what? At this point, they kind of deserve it. So I really don't give a shit anymore. That is the level that they want to play. What was it that Jeremy said to me many moons ago? I don't make the rules, motherfucker. You guys did. Well, Jeremy, I'll play by your rules then, if that's the way you want to go about this. That's really what they said.
Choppy. It's not us. It's not ours that are. Check this out here. This is their goal, right? To take a couple DMs that are, again, not that bad. And this is what they're turning it into, okay? All you guys who love you, and I love you, and I'm going to give this show a chance because Ewan McGregor is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here you go. Here's your man.
This weekend, Star Wars fans made Obi-Wan Kenobi the most watched Disney Plus original series premiere.
Just real quick, I want to jump in and say this, Ryan. You don't get to be the judge about what is or isn't extreme enough, especially as a white guy. I'll pull the race card a little bit here. As a white man, there's no feasible way that you can dictate to a black woman what is or what is not bad enough, right? You don't get to dictate to somebody what's bad enough to justify calling something out. Are you getting these kind of messages? Are you being attacked based on the color of your skin? I don't think you are. Because if you were, you wouldn't say something as ignorant as like that. That's the thing. And yeah, you are the same person, Ryan, who was bullying the Princess Leia actress, making a joke saying, I guess in Alderaan they don't have dentists. So again, bullies like Ryan don't really acknowledge actual bullying. They kind of downplay it because they're bullies themselves. That's how this kind of works here, folks. Let's continue.
Of all time. And for that, I would say a big thank you. And it just goes to show what this family can do when we all pull together. However, it seems that some of the fan base from this influential fan base have decided to attack Moses Ingram online and send her the most horrendous racist DMs.
The most horrendous racist DMs. And he even pauses and looks down. He killed younglings. It's like it's from the same fucking script. I haven't listened to the rest of this yet, so this is going to be blind reaction from here on out from me.
Okay. So again, they assume that he's reading from a script, which of course they have to. They have to say that because these people, again, lack basic human empathy. right? This is what we talk about when we sit there, kind of playing things up for the camera a little bit. They're acting like that, like they're holier than thou. That oh, he's reading from a script. They have to act like the edge lords that they really want to try and be, but they're not actually edgy enough to be edge lords, right? Again, here's the thing with Ryan, especially a bully like Ryan, saying that these comments aren't bad enough. These comments aren't bad enough, guys. Why is this such a big deal? Again, Ryan, are you a black woman who's judged and hated upon for the color of your skin? Are you experiencing racism where they're calling you the N-word? Yeah. No, you're not. You're not. So to say that these comments aren't bad enough, you don't get to dictate what's bad enough for someone to be upset over. You don't get that call. And again, there's another example of these people being absolutely disgusting pricks. They really are. I mean, I'm not going to hear anything else at this point. I think it's time we take off the kitty gloves. I feel like we've been too nice at this point. The time to be nice is over, folks. Excuse me, I take my water break. The time to be nice is over. The time to use the kitty gloves when interacting and talking with these folks is over. There is no need to use kitty gloves at this point. Call them for what they are. This is who they are. This is what they stand for. This is what they believe in. You just heard the words come right out of Ryan's mouth. These weren't that bad. Oh no, this is nothing, guys. These aren't that bad. Really interesting. I mean, from a guy who looks like he probably would have been there on January 6th. I mean, come on. I'm not expecting much moral integrity from someone like him. But, it is what it is at this point, right? Also, some breaking news, because I know some folks here are big Snyder fans. Probably the best news you're going to hear all year. Breaking news, folks. Toby Emmerich has left Warner Brothers. He's going to get a production deal, but he's out. And Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi are taking over from Toby Emmerich. So, a little bit of some bright news here while we are talking about this. Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi have reached a deal to take over Warner Brothers Film Division. So, Toby Emmerich is indeed out, folks, which I know is going to make a lot of people happy. We will definitely be talking about this in the future when we have some time to talk about it. But this is a big deal. This is a big deal. So congrats to all you Snyder fans who've been hoping and dreaming that Toby Emmerich would step down. He has indeed stepped down. Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi are in. So anyway, back to this reaction. Let's get back to the reaction. I need to take a second to calm down because, this is a very angering situation because I do truly believe that these people are not fans or nerds at this point. I stand by what I said earlier. This is how they need to be treated going forward. These are political commentators posing as nerds to infiltrate fandom. That's what it is. So let's continue watching.
I heard some of them this morning and it just broke my heart. Moses is a brilliant actor. She's a brilliant woman. And she's absolutely amazing in this series. She brings so much to the series. She brings so much to the franchise. And it just sickened me to my stomach to hear that this had been happening. I just want to say, as the leading actor in the series, as the executive producer on the series, that we stand with Moses. We love Moses. And if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind. There's no place for racism in this world. And I totally stand with
very going out on a limb there, Ewan, saying racism is bad. I what an announcement.
You know what though? For once, I am going to agree with Ewan McGregor because I think it's very important that we call out bad behavior and toxicity. I think it's very important that we call out bad behavior from people like Ewan McGregor that cheated on his wife and running around, you know, with all these little hot numbers. So, hey, be better, Ewan. I agree with Ewan McGregor. Let's call out toxicity. It's always projection from these motherfuckers that want to pretend that they are the moral superiority. They all have something to hide no matter what. They always have something to hide. Go fuck yourself, Ewan McGregor. Absolutely.
This is my thing.
What a piece of shit thing to say, Jeremy. I mean, it's not base, Chile. That's not a base thing to say at all. That is a despicable, disgusting thing to say. And at this point, honestly, the mask has come off in so many ways with them. There's no need to use, folks, and this is the biggest takeaway I want you guys to have. The time to be nice to these people is done. It's time to take the kitty gloves off and stop pretending that that these people are not the pieces of human garbage that they are. The time to take the kitty gloves off is done. There's no defending them. There's no playing devil's advocate. There's no, well, you know, maybe he's just playing it for the camera, you know, or maybe it's this, or maybe it's that. That time is over, guys. That time is over. That time has passed. There's no being nice about this is not going to fix this whatsoever. These are despicable human beings who have infiltrated fandom to push their political agendas. Okay? They don't give a crap about you. They don't give a crap about fandom. They don't give a crap about anything but themselves and their political agendas that they want to push. That is where we're at right now. It's a straw man argument. As you said, Kevin, I agree with that 100%. It's a straw man argument. It has nothing to do with the fact that Ewan is simply calling out racism and bullying. So because he may have a skeleton in his closet to where he had some relationship issues and got with another woman, that makes his entire statement invalidated? It makes no sense. Cheating has nothing to do with the situation at all. But again, Jeremy would rather bring something like that up, like a Karen, okay, than actually debate or actually address what he's actually saying. That's again where we're at right now. Because again, they are approaching this from the angle that Disney's attacking fans. No, Disney's attacking racists. But I mean, I guess the line between fan and racist is so blurred when you're white pieces of trash like that. I guess so. Again, the time to be nice is done. It's time to, they want to be nasty. They want to be this and that. You know what? Play by their rules at this point. Screw them. That's what I say.
And this is the obvious elephant in the room. They did none of that shit for Gina Carano.
None.
It didn't happen. None of these guys came out, put themselves on a limb to just make a simple video that Star Wars posted saying that they stood with someone that has done nothing wrong, right? Gina Carano did nothing wrong. Now, she, of course, does not have the proper politics if you are going to exist in in Hollywood. So we know that that's the reason why. But it goes to show how chicken shit and how bullshit this company is, that we already have an instance of a female, of a woman, by the way. And we know all the fucked up shit that people said about her. And not one time did these guys come out and they were like, hey, this is our gal. In fact, you gave it a fucking boot. So how are we supposed to take anything they fucking say seriously?
Well, here's the thing. And we'll address this. I know so many people have brought up the Gina Carano thing. Here's the difference, guys. And this is what young Ripa fails to understand. Gina Carano made political statements on her social media and decided to make things political for herself. She decided to politicize her social media accounts. She chose to make political statements. Okay. Moses Ingram is being attacked with racist bullying, right? She's being sent racist messages. She's being sent death threats. All this based on the color of her skin. Now, across the board, death threats and bullying shouldn't be happening anyway. I think we all can agree on that. I don't think Gina should have gotten death threats. I don't think Moses should get death threats. But Gina decided to make political statements on her social media page. Moses is being bullied, harassed, and threatened, not because she's making any political statements, but simply because she's playing a role in a series and she's being attacked based on the color of her skin. That is what's going on. To act like there's any comparison is an illogical fallacy. It just is. And it exposes you, I think, for being an absolute moron with a political agenda. So,
in this regard, that they care about this shit, but it's just so insane to watch play out because everybody here said that it was going to happen. So it's like none of this is surprising. The only thing I guess surprising or shocking, if you will, is the fact that they think that they're going to be able to pull this shit over on everybody again, like they're going to attempt to do this shit and run with this ridiculous sort of narrative that this is just this toxic side of the fandom that are really going, and she's really having some sort of problems here. Like, fuck off, man. Like, we know this is bullshit, and they know it too. They know that shit too.
Well, the KKK didn't show up in front of her house or something. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. This is over these DMs, right? Is there a couple legitimate people out there racist that hate Moses?
Probably not watching Star Wars.
You know what I mean? There's probably, but acting like this is any sort of impactful thing at all is ridiculous and insane. They're trying to make the connection and insinuate that anyone who criticizes this person as a character is doing so out of racism. That's
incorrect, Ryan. That is incorrect. Again, this is what we call prime deflection. Nothing about what Disney has said or what Moses has said correlates whatsoever with them saying, if you don't like the character, you're a racist. That is projection. Maybe you feel that way, Ryan, because you may have some things in your closet that we may not want to know about. Maybe you have some hidden bigotry and biases and prejudices that we're not aware of. But nothing in their statements correlates whatsoever with the idea that if you don't like the character of Reva, you're a racist. Nothing they've said has justified that. Nothing they've said has even remotely been about that. Nothing. But again, that is projection on your part. Because that's what you have to make this about, because you would rather pivot to that than actually address the idea that there could be racist trolls attacking this woman. Because that, in your mind, is so far-fetched. You're putting words in the mouth of Disney. You're putting words in the mouth of Moses Ingram and Ewan McGregor. That's not what they said, because you're not actually listening is the problem too. But there's no financial motivation to actually listen and respond respectfully.
They are trying to make the connection in people's heads with. It's fucking disgusting.
The company that, it gets brought up, but it needs to get brought up. That shrunk Finn on a poster, thanked a concentration camp, didn't do shit for Gina Carano, put a mask on Black Panther, is calling us out for racism.
Oh, man.
Okay, hang on. So, Ryan, do you want to try?
Capitalism does not equal racism. That's the thing too. Should they have again, cultural sensitivities in China are very different from the rest of the world? Is that right? No, I don't agree with that. But it's capitalism. They wanted to make money there. Now it's a non-issue. They're not even thinking about that right now. You know, so this goes on and on and on. But I can't stomach these people anymore. I'm done listening to them. That's the thing, guys. What I will say is this as we get out of here, because I know everyone's going to be talking about the Toby Emmerich thing, and that seems to be the biggest story right now. If you take anything away from what I've shown today and what I've said today, the time to take the kid gloves is off. Treat these people for what they are. These are people who honestly don't deserve the platform that they have. They don't deserve being called fans. They are not fans. They are not nerds. They are not entertainment connoisseurs or consumers. These are, once again, political commentators posing as fake nerds to infiltrate fandom and, try and twist and emotionally manipulate fanboys who care very much about the properties that they love. Jeremy Griggs, after calling out Ewan McGregor and trying to pull up receipts like a Karen, at this point is a piece of shit. I won't hear anything else. He is a piece of shit, and he should be treated as such. But again, that's my take on this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about anything that I shared today, anything I said today. I will always stand up and fight for fandom and for positive conversation. These people are trying to twist and corrupt something that we all love. And at what point do we say, folks, that enough is enough and it's time we take a stand? That's time we push back finally and say, no, you don't belong here. You're not a fan. Get the hell out. So at some point, folks, we need to stand up and rise above this to say enough is enough, to push them away. I think that time is now. I think now is the time we take that stand and we say enough is enough and start acknowledging them for what they are. Not Star Wars fans, not entertainment commentators, but fake nerds who are just truly political commentators seeking to divide and conquer. Because one day these people, their empire on YouTube will fall. May not be tomorrow, may not be today, could be weeks, could be months, could be another year or two. But I do genuinely believe that their time is coming to an end. Eventually, they will go too far, and they'll be done. Their empire, all of them, will eventually fall. Eventually, they'll go away. They're having Alex Jones on again this Friday on Friday Tights. God knows how much of a shit show that's going to be. But eventually, their empire will fall. And if we can fasten that process in any possible way by calling them out on their BS, then I will do it as much as I possibly can. So, that's my take. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, this is the way. Bye, everybody.